So, you want to learn how to make cold brew coffee at home. Well, stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Chances are, if you clicked on this video, it's because you're already somewhat aware of all the benefits making your own cold brew at home provide. For starters, it saves time. How you doing? Can I just get a large cold brew?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. If saving time wasn't enough of a reason to make your own cold brew, then consider saving money. Going to my local coffee shop here in Queens costs about $4.84 for a large cold brew. Cold brew coffee is also a lot smoother than hot coffee, and that's because the water that's being used when brewing pulls less acidity from the bean because it's a cooler temperature. Smooth coffee! Right, now that's out of the way, let's talk about what you're going to need in order to make cold brew at home. First, you're going to need 12 ounces of coffee, 7 cups of water, a measuring cup, one of these toddy containers, a filter, a plug, and a spoon. And last but not least, a set of hands in order to put it all together. First, you're going to take the plug and you're going to place it into the bottom of the toddy. Now, make sure that when you do so, you put a little bit of effort into it because you don't want it coming out at any point in time. Then you're going to grab the filter and you're going to place it at the bottom of the vessel. Make sure that you push it down pretty tight. There it is. Then you're going to measure out 1 cup of water. 1 cup goes into the bottom of the vessel in order to make sure that when you pull that plug, none of the coffee gets stuck at the bottom of that filter. Okay, now you're going to grab your 6 ounces of coffee, which is half the bag. You're going to pour it in slowly into the 1 cup of water. When that is done, you're going to take 3 cups of water and you're going to pour that very slowly into the coffee. Kind of go in a circle motion. You're going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Once that is up, you're just going to rinse and repeat. Grab the bag, pour the rest of the coffee in slowly, and then take your 3 cups of water, which is the last 3 cups remaining, and pour it again slowly over the top, trying to get it all incorporated. You're going to grab your spoon and you're going to slowly kind of massage or brush the coffee. Do not shove it in there and start stirring around like a maniac. Once everybody's nice and incorporated, you're going to place a small plate or whatever you have handy on top of the vessel and place it in the fridge for 20 hours. Alexa!
20 hours, starting now.
Okay, look, I get it. 20 hours is a long time, but we should take this opportunity to throw 20 hours on the clock and talk about our coffee options. What's the best coffee to use for cold brew? I'm sure you're asking yourself. Well, come with me. You stay here. Come with me. I'm going to take you along a little journey to talk about that. So when buying coffee, you're pretty much going to want to find the freshest stuff available. If that's your local coffee shop, fantastic. More importantly though, the type of coffee you choose should be either a medium or a dark roast. You can even blend the two if you want. Just experiment with this and find what works best for you. When it comes time to grinding your coffee beans that you've selected, please make sure that you turn the grinder all the way to the coarsest setting. It has to be ground up to look kind of like kosher salt when you're done. Now, once you have your coffee all ground up, you're going to want to get out of here because I'm going to show you now how to make cold brew coffee at home without a toddy. Now, with the exception of the ratios, the process here is going to be literally the same. You're going to use 6 ounces of coarsely ground coffee, 4 cups of water, a glass jar, a cheesecloth, a rubber band, and a wooden spoon. You're going to take approximately 1 cup of water, you don't have to measure this, put it into the bottom of the jar, and then take 3 ounces or half the bag of coffee and just throw that on in. Then you're going to take half the water you have remaining and pour that into the vessel as well, making sure to stir afterwards so all the coffee gets to know each other. Then you're going to finish this off, rinsing and repeating with the rest of the coffee and the rest of the water, and giving it once again one last stir. Make sure that the coffee and the water have really got to know each other at this point. Then you're going to simply take the cheesecloth and place it over the glass jar and secure it with a rubber band. Throw this bad boy in the fridge for anywhere between 18 and 20 hours and you got yourself cold brew. Now with the toddy, all you're going to need to do to strain the coffee is pull this little rubber plug and place it over the glass jar that the toddy came with. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes and then you're good to go. With the glass jar method, you're going to have to just kind of secure that cheesecloth to make sure it doesn't turn into a huge mess and pour it over a glass jar as well. It's a little bit more labor intensive, but you got this. So guys, it really is that simple. Once your cold brew is done and in the fridge, it'll last about 7 to 10 days. Now keep in mind that the ratios that I showed you in this video are in order to make a cold brew concentrate, which means that when it comes time to serving, you're gonna have to add at least 1 to 2 parts of water depending on how strong you want your cold brew. Now, if you want more information about the toddy system that I use, then check out the link in the description below. Guys, if you liked this video or found it useful, then give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you want, you don't have to, I'm just saying. It's cool if you do. That's it for me, guys, but stick around to the end of this video because up next is a video that I made last week about commuting with horses. Just stick around. I'll see you guys next time.